There is only one country that deserves to be my country. It grows with deeds, and those actions are my deeds. The rise and fall of this country is very dependent on this nation itself. As unity and concern fade, Indonesia is just a name and a picture of a string of islands on a map. Don't expect other nations to respect this nation, if we ourselves like to. The loyal hero sacrifices not to be known by his name, but solely to defend his ideals. We can never sacrifice so much for those who are willing to sacrifice everything for us. Young people may be good at rhetoric, but they must also be aware to realize the prosperity and welfare of the people who are their ideals. Actions are much more important than words. Whatever scares you, face it bravely. We are still struggling to be the host in our own country. Ask yourself, what have I given to this nation? There will be a time when we have to fight against our own nation's brothers and sisters, against KKN and domestic rebellion. So that unity and concern do not fade, continue to uphold the third principle of Pancasila, Indonesian unity. We may be physically independent, but we still need to work hard to create a man of steel mentality in order to achieve the nation's ideals. We need time to contemplate to get the message from what has been read. The basis of kinship is the basis of special relationships and cooperatives. Here there are no employers and workers, but a joint effort between them with the same interests and goals. Upholding people's sovereignty is educating the people so that they know how to think, so they are no longer behind the leaders. So that people's awareness of rights and self-respect is strengthened and their knowledge of politics, law and government. It's noon because the rooster crows, but the rooster crows because it's noon. The same goes for the people's movement. People's movements arise not because the leader makes a voice, but the leader speaks because there is a movement. An independent Indonesia is not our final destination. Independent Indonesia is only a condition to be able to achieve the happiness and prosperity of the people. An independent Indonesia is of no use to us, if we are not able to use it to fulfill the ideals of our people, a happy and prosperous life in both physical and spiritual terms. So with the transfer of sovereignty achieved, the struggle is not over. In fact, we are at the beginning of a much heavier and nobler struggle, namely the struggle for independence rather than all kinds of oppression. An independent Indonesia is not our final destination. Independent Indonesia is only a condition to be able to achieve the happiness and prosperity of the people. Courage doesn't mean not being afraid, courage means conquering fear.